Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/agentacademy. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle or MP3 player. And now, welcome to the Agent Academy.
Downloading latest intel package. Welcome back. I was getting worried about you.
Agent Academy, episode number 39, recorded on November 28th, 2018. I'm Agent Goonie Guy.
I'm Agent Zelly Belly.
And we've got a fantastic show today. And that's not because Agent Soho isn't here. I want to make that clear, though he's not. He's busy working on some stuff, so hopefully we'll see him next week or some other time. But
I saw him he was doing this.
What is that? Oh, he's talking on an old phone.
Yeah, he's trying to call in, and that phone does not work.
I'll do it live.
Sorry.
I'll do it
For
live.
those of you with the audio version, Eric, Soho's Instagram, he's on this like archaic phone. Like, there's no way that thing works, right?
No. And then we just got a super chat from Arctic Rebel in the chat room. JBJ Blaze is there. A bunch of other people. I can only see the Twitch folks, or if they do the super chats, then it does an audio bump, which is cool. So thank you for that as well. So we got a lot to talk about, I think, with Prime and everything. And I know you've been trying to get the show going like for weeks now, and the rest of us keep screwing it up.
I've been here.
Just
I'm sitting right here.
not going out and playing Ingress at all. Just waiting.
I missed so much at the double AP weekend. Sitting here waiting to do the show. It was so sad.
So Krug needs to add another week for us, I think, then, to make up for that.
At least just to my account.
So speaking of, because I know that's all lies, and though I did screw up some stuff, you weren't waiting the whole time. You were playing some Ingress. So what have you been doing over the past 2 weeks?
Okay, well, we got all those passcodes, right? And like,
oh yeah,
there were like a ton of passcodes. Like, if you aren't aware of the passcode situation, Ingress actually went live on Twitch for their anniversary event, and in the Twitch chat they were posting tons of passcodes. And then if you went into if you are Android type of user, you could go in and redeem the passcodes through the game. But if you're an iPhone user, you just go into the Ingress Intel map, and then you can redeem the passcodes there, and then you get stuff as long as they're not fully redeemed. Like, there's a limit of how many people can redeem them, because they don't want them to go on forever, you know. But they launched so many like passcodes out into the world that I was full. I was dumping keys. I had 0 keys in my inventory except for like my key lockers. Like, I stuffed them all where I could, and then like I was just dumping them. Like, oh my goodness, because there was so much loot to be had in these passcodes. And so the problem with that was I actually didn't have much time over Thanksgiving weekend to play between family stuff and making, a turkey and doing like homework and things like that. I only got to go 1 day, but I made it count. I went out for 4 hours and I blew hundreds of bursters.
And you made a turkey.
So fun. Yeah, I made a turkey. I did not make any triangles, but I made a turkey because I just went out and blew everything up. And my problem was why I really couldn't make triangles. And I bet you the blue team, like, in my area thinks I'm a turd. It was that I was putting all these level 8 resonators on stuff because that's all I had. I didn't think it through, and I dumped all my low stuff. And so I had like hundreds of level 8 resonators and nothing else. So I couldn't deploy a port. Like, it was just dumb. Like, in the panic. Yeah, in the panic of like all this flow of stuff, I was dumping things and not like thinking about the application of it. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I can terrorize people, but I can't create anything. So, sorry, any local blue that I play with that might listen to this. I wasn't doing that deploying one resonator to be a monster and deny you your double AP, stuff. It was just a total brain fart on my part. So I'm sorry.
I don't think anyone minds. No one minds. And it's really
Okay.
easy in Prime to dump your rezos by accident. Like I was trying
No.
to dump like my level 1 through 5 bursters, but the items look so similar, like on the screen. Like if you're going quick, and I just like went in and did the 5s, then dumped them, and I was like, ah, crap, that was resonators. And so then I had to go back out and farm some of those to be able to deploy stuff. But so you got 4 hours of fun, and you made a turkey, and one of the teas. It sounds like good. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving.
We did. We went like on the actual day. We went to like family and hung out, and then that was nice because I got to talk to, family. But really cool. I got to talk to my niece that I don't see very often because she's away at college. So,
Did you talk to her about Ingress?
no,
Oh, you're better than
we
me.
talked to her about school and roommates and so. But yeah, and her life. I kind of focused in on trying to listen to her. But yeah.
See, apparently I'm a jerk because I like try to talk my niece into playing Ingress, but then she's going to school up north where their colors are like all blue, and I'm worried she would choose.
She would pick poorly. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that whole weird decision. And then my nephew, I was gonna try to get him too, but he joined the Navy, and I'm like, they might like blue too.
But if they joined blue, that would actually be good because then you could have them on the show, and we could have people on our show that aren't for like all one-sided type of show. Like I say, it's not good. It's not good for me, but it would be good for the show to have guests from both sides.
Yeah, and we should at some point have some Resistance guests. I'm still looking for a Resistance player to co-sponsor first Saturday here because locally the relations with the Resistance isn't it's more non-existent these days than bad, so I guess that's better, but
that's kind of something I kind of want to bring up with when we talk about recursion is maybe recursion could help with that. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of us. How was your week? How was your Thanksgiving? How was your trip? How was your double AP weekend?
The trip was awesome. I mean, it was a long drive, and so for folks who didn't know or didn't listen to the last show, I drove to the Austin anomaly from Huntsville, Alabama, and it's about to make it even longer, not too much longer, but I picked up a agent friend, Technoblogical in Houston, and we drove from Huntsville to Houston and then up to Austin. So it was about 14 hours, I guess, one way, counting all that in, and then drove back Sunday and Monday. So got to see a lot of people. I can't really go through everybody that I saw and talked to there. I mean, there are so many cool people, but I did want to a shout out to the teams I were on. I did Intel Ops on Friday night, and I did a write-up on it on the site, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I mean, if you have questions or we see some in the chat, I'll be glad to answer them. But shout out to Giant Fox, XX, SE7EN, Salamander Slim, Silent Bob, and our op Betty Chan. Awesome team. We had an awesome time doing the Intel Ops. So that was cool. And then Saturday was, of course, the Anomaly Recursion Prime in Austin, and my team there was Sparky, SKSM 5966, April All Year, Technoblogical, Fat Boy Hasher. I always think of SpongeBob, the hash-slinging slasher. Anyway, Tom's Vortex, Lady Ranger, Two Color Crayon, and Raskar. So really cool playing with all y'all and kicking butt. We did good there.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, those were two different teams. So one was Intel Ops, and one was, the Anomaly Day.
That's awesome.
And then also, it was really cool. I got to meet, and I'm going to skewer this name here, so forgive me, Vaniel Ashkevron.
Yeah, you messed that up.
And he came all the way from England, I believe, to the Anomaly. And I was, just walking around kind of saying hi to people that were in the Enlightened and around. And he heard my name, and he's like, wait, from the Agent Academy? Or I might have mentioned the Agent Academy. I don't know. So anyway, he listened to the show. Mentioned it? I might have. But I wasn't really too much. Like, I don't want to be like, hi, I'm from the Agent Academy every time I meet someone.
Yeah.
So I figure, if they listen to the show, they probably recognize my name. Probably it's that stupid of a name that it's probably easy to recognize. So I figure they'll say hi if they want to, and did meet a few people, so it was really cool. He actually, it was funny. He was telling me about an idea he sent in, and he had just sent it in for the last show before I had met him. It wasn't like I met him and then so that was really cool. So we'll read his idea later. And Soho's not here to make fun of the idea either, because he does that. Oh. He's the mean one. Also got to meet Agent who from the TS Morpheus. He was running the RPE event, and it was kind of cool. I finally learned that TS Morpheus was actually an agent event. It was not like a Niantic sponsored. So somehow they got media in the game, in the scanner, I should say, through talking to people. So that's really cool that Niantic's willing to do that to help agent run initiatives that kind of go with the lore and do some cool things. So great meeting him as well as Andrew. So I finally got to meet Andrew Krug there, and he gave some swag, some shirts. I gave him that shirt that I made, and pretty sure we won't ever see him wearing it. It's a pretty horrific shirt. I was almost embarrassed giving it to him, but
what?
It's crazy. Not horrific. It's just it's
crazy,
outlandish.
I love it.
Okay,
I think it's bonkers, but yeah, I love it.
I think it's the material that it's on. Like if it was on a T-shirt, I think I would like it more. Because I had one made for me too. It's different, of course. Anyway, but anyway, so maybe we'll see him in it. The next Anomaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure.
On a live stream. Looks
sure.
Right down his alley. But he was really cool.
Maybe if it's laundry day, he's just like trying to get...
His house catches on fire, and it's the only thing as he's running out the door.
If you happen to be in the same hotel and he's getting ice at the ice machine at 3 a.m, you might see him
wearing it. Yeah, or his dog's wearing it, or yeah. We'll see.
I'm sure he loves it.
Right. But he was super busy, but he did take time to come take a picture with me and talk to me for a minute. So thanks for that. And then on the way back, I stopped in Arctic Rebels Town and talked with him for a bit. He was offering me a ride around town to let me, get some double AP while we talked. But I just wanted to talk. I haven't seen him in a long time. So that was really good catching up with him. And he gave me some potatoes. I actually just ate the sweet potatoes tonight. My wife made some sweet potato fries out of it and some chocolate-covered pecans that we all amount. So he's really big on the food, and it's always good crap. So thank you for that,
Thanks
Arctic
for the
Rebel.
good crap.
Yes, and it was awesome. And The bonus was, so I was about, I don't know, about 120,000 AP from 15. And as I was driving in, we were chatting a little bit, and he was like, "Hey, stop in Memphis," and he gave me some places to stop, and I'm like, "Okay, I'll stop in." And in like 5 minutes of just shooting bursters off, I got 150k AP in like 5 minutes. Like, blows my mind because it takes me like a weekend to do that, of like fielding and whatnot in town. So, I got 15 there.
Oh my gosh, grads!
So now I'm on the a lot more, now 14 million AP after the event. So that was really nice of him to tell me about that. And a big shout out to TGR and everyone I got to see from TGR there. And can't wait to see everybody again in Atlanta, New Orleans, and Chicago next year. We still got to talk Agent Zelly Belly into Chicago. It's going to be wicked good. Isn't that how you say it in the North?
No, that's in Boston.
Oh. What would you say
it's
in...
nowhere near any of that.
What would you say? It's north of me.
Yeah, but it's not...
Like, we would just say it's wicked good, y'all.
Sure. That's how we say it.
It's wicked good, y'all.
Yeah.
We're a multicultural podcast.
Sure.
So,
I would love to. That's all I can say. I would love to. It's not going to happen, but I would love to. But Ingress is one of those wonderful games. It has that those events to bring people together, and they're all over the place. So eventually there's going to be one near you or me, and you can always partake. But you can't. You can always get to something eventually, but you can't always go to all of them. And
that's true. You
can still contribute locally in the global war. Yay! For happy, fun times with the war. Happy fun warring times.
Happy fun times in the war. Yeah. It's good stuff. Why is the audio not coming out of this? I fixed it last week and now it's doing it again. But anyway.
Oh.
That's the wrong dial. I'll fix it.
Yeah.
I'll fix it later.
Well, the trip, like, when I hear you say it, like, I always want to go, but I only want to go, like, to one you're at, I think, so that I know someone who's going to, like, do all the talking and meet all the people. Like, I'm not an introvert at all, but, like, when I go to a place, then I'm like, I always, like, clam up, like, well,
Oh, I do, too. I'm horrible. Yeah. Like, and there's, like, a ton of people that, I was really dying to see, and I probably talked to them, like, so little time, like, and it's horrible. I don't know what it is about just like public meeting people, even people that I've been talking to a lot. It's just, I don't know. I suck at that.
I feel like I don't want to take people's time. Yeah, like, they're here for the event too, and they have things they want to do. Like, it happens to me at conventions and stuff where I'll just be like, okay, well, I don't want to bother them. They probably have things they want to do, so, like,
yeah. Yeah. Well, and it was really cool getting to, riding up there with Technological, because I used to think his name was Technobiological, but...
But then you read it?
And then I read it more, and I was like, oh, that's not what I was saying. And then I asked him about it, and he told me the story behind it. And I'll leave that up to him, because I don't know if that's, like, a public thing or not. Yeah. Does that make it sound even, like, more like... what
now now I'm like, let's end this show and get to talking about some personal things that happened.
But here's really cool, and I'm actually going up to Nashville on the 7th for a WordPress thing, so I'll be there, and hopefully, I haven't even told the folks from Nashville, so hopefully I'll get to at least go to dinner or a drink something with some folks up. Who knows? Maybe Arctic will drive over. You want to come stay in Nashville with me? Anyway, so yeah, that was about my week. I mean, besides blowing up stuff. Like, you're right, those codes were awesome, and I think they still work. I don't think they're dead yet. So if you don't know what they are, we've posted all of them on the Agent Academy podcast. Just click on the passcodes at the top, and it'll have those plus all the other ones that are, I guess people call them forever codes. They don't seem to go away for the most part. And yeah, go get you some gear and maybe print it out and take it with you in case you run out of gear on the road, sort of stuff.
Yeah. And if any of them become like fully redeemed, let us know.
Yeah, and then we'll move them to the fully redeemed section.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of messages you get when you're trying to redeem passcodes that are kind of confusing sometimes, and doesn't mean they're fully redeemed. It may mean you've already done it. Like, you can only submit them once. It could also mean your inventory's full, is one that people get a lot and don't realize, because I think it just says overcapacity, something like that.
Yeah, that one's a little techno-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. So all the responses that you get for the passcode things, we have it on that page too, so you can like go, oh, that's what I got. That's what it means. So take a look, get some gear.
And there are so many passcodes. If you haven't even, just that one day, I hit that limit where it said, you burned out, like the something's running hot, and then you have to wait like an hour, like a half an hour, or something like that, for it to cool down so you can add more passcodes. Because they think at a certain point it's like, you have submitted 1 billion passcodes and you're probably a bot.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, there's actually a JavaScript kind of script thing you can plug into the console. And if you put all the passcodes in this list, it'll actually go submit all the passcodes. And even though it gives you the message, it will actually submit all the passcodes. I just don't know if it's a legit way to submit passcodes, because there's not.
I'm going to advise against this.
Technically, I don't see any reason why it's against anything.
I would just wait and do it manually, like half an hour later.
But man, it just goes through it all and fills up your inventory fast. I didn't post that on the website because I didn't want to get people in trouble, just in case.
There you go.
And I'm not saying,
but then you put it on the podcast.
I tried it. I'll let people decide for themselves, and maybe someone will let us know.
When you tried it, you were probably doing research for the show, right?
Well, I looked at it and I didn't see anything that was against any kind of TOS or anything, so I just did it because I didn't see any problem with it. And I filled up my inventory really fast, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, I was just copying and pasting them in, and it still was full so quickly. So I don't know. You're fine either way.
My echoing? Oh, I still had my echo on from singing.
There's a terrible echo.
Oh well. I'm in a cave.
Agent Soho will fix it in post. Right?
No, probably not.
No, probably not. Sorry.
Is it that bad?
Now it's not. Now it's fine.
Well, now you got me all worried that I'm
now
in a cave.
Good. You're good. Oh, now I heard it.
Oh.
My piercing voice.
Does it sound like that?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Now
batting.
Sound like the Wizard of Oz
Check.
again.
Okay, there we go. So now it's going to be weird because it's not there.
No one will complain about that.
Oh, okay. Well, on with the show. That's weird.
I don't know what that was. Oh. The situation is in agony.
Yeah?
Apparently.
Well, here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation, and we got this live, the 6-year live stream that Andrew did with the Niantic team. And the video is still out there. It's not on Twitch anymore, though there are some clips there. If you want to see the full video, you can go to the Ingress YouTube channel or read our show notes, and we'll link to it. Some of the things they discussed there were they're going to try to keep on a, or they are on a 2-week release schedule, roughly 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks they'll update Prime, which it needs, I think. Unfortunately, like I've been trying to stay in Prime, not for the anomaly, because that's serious business, and don't need to do screwy stuff while doing that.
I will say that it is a terrible sign that the upgrade is not recommended for events over the old version. That's not good.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of it also was people aren't familiar with it yet either, because there's...
True, but there's more to that than just that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, you know, there's having to restart it and stuff when you get really active for a long time. You don't want to do that during an anomaly. The cool thing is about it, though, is I believe there's some functions that's actually easier to do and would be better in that situation. Like, I think attacking's faster in Prime, especially when you're, like, doing it fast enough that you're going to run out of XM and need to refill that quickly. I think you can do it quicker. But, you know, pretty much I think everybody was told to, hey, use redacted for now. And then I was trying to use it for the event using Prime, and it's just the glyph issues. I started a fracker with Prime, and I basically wasted the whole fracker because it was like half the glyphs wouldn't go through, and then finally when I got fed up, I was like, okay, I'm switching. Then it took forever to switch and go back, and so that was kind of annoying. And so it's like, you know, you're paying for stuff in the app, and then you can't use it. But we did get a message from Andrew Krug this week that they're hoping to have 2.13 pushed out tomorrow. And there are a lot of bug fixes. And when I say tomorrow, that's Thursday, the November the 29th. So it may have already happened depending on when you're listening to this. It's got performance improvements and overall tweaks that they've done. So it's supposed to be a really good update with fixes for a bunch of the top issues. And he ended with the caveat, as always, is they start with a slow rollout and may pull it back if they find a previously undiscovered critical bug. So expect that with the releases, because they're trying to get this stuff fixed quickly. But as you fix stuff, there is a possibility of breaking something. And so as agents start using it and they realize there's something there, they might have to pull it back and stop it. And so it's like you get one or the other. Either they can test it for 6 months and then hopefully it'll be less buggy, or they can just, you know, throw this goodness at us, and hopefully they can fix the bugs as fast, or they aren't as bad, that sort of thing too. So yay for that.
I appreciate all of their efforts. As of someone who has not, I've not put redacted on my phone. As soon as I got Prime, that's all I've been using.
That's awesome.
And it's just like it's inevitable, so I'm going to start doing it that way. But it's not like the game's unplayable or anything like that. Like, it's not hindering my gameplay. I have some times where I get stuck in a glyph where I can't, you know, get out, or not in a glyph, in a portal. I'll get stuck in the portal view and I won't be able to get out or anything like that. And I just have to restart the app. So it's seconds of delay, really. It's not anything where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. But it's just minor inconveniences. So I'm hoping like these little bug fixes are exactly that. These are just little bugs that they're squishing, and there's only improvements to come.
Yeah, and I would encourage people to try out Prime as much as possible. I mean, if no one uses Prime, then they won't get feedback on bugs, and they won't know what to fix. So as much of an inconvenience it may be for some people, and I know there's some people that just hate change and hate new stuff. I like the new stuff. I just it's just like during the event stuff when I really need it working like as proficient and as fast and everything as possible. It's like I suck out and go to the redacted version. But that's all stuff that they're looking at. Like that was one of the things they talked about in the live stream is they want to make features in Prime where it's like how gamers play a game and like Call of Duty or something need to pull back the settings down to like the minimum stuff so it's as fast as possible. They want to kind of add in those kind of things to Prime. So if you, for Anomaly, maybe you can turn off animations or something, right? So you can just have super fast.
I would turn those off all the time. I mean, I like them, but yeah. Performance.
Yeah, and there's some things you get used to, like on an can't really do it on the iPhone as easy, but on Androids there's a back button. So like when you go to link, you can just throw a link, click the back button, throw the next link, click the back button, throw a link, and so it's just like you can throw links like extremely fast compared to the iPhone, which is not as easy to do in Prime. You can still kind of go back, but you
gotta wait. Pretty much. Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of good stuff, especially all the management stuff for items. I think is a big benefit, like being able to recycle your level 1 through 5, say, or either your 1s, 3s, and 5s. Like you can pick the category of resonators if you want. I don't know why you want to do the resonators like that, but like your bursters all in one. Like I love that, and it's so quick to do that, as well as like recycling keys, like going through your list and just clicking them all and then clicking them recycle to go at once. And I mean, that's like the stuff we've been asking for. And so I'm really happy to see that. So yeah. And, Enamoring Enigma posted a link in Twitch, which is, the Reddit, subreddit. It's /r/Ingress Prime feedback. Leave your feedback there. Be constructive. It doesn't help just to yell at people if you're angry about something. Just be constructive, and if you have pictures, videos, things like that, help them figure out what's going on quickly. Do so. And they are listening. From what I've seen, they're listening, and they're trying to make this the scanner that we all want to use. So, yay. Some other things from the live stream, year 6, that I thought was cool was they said that Mission Day, someone asked about Mission Day in small towns, and Andrew said, well, you've got 18 portals in your town. We only require 6. So there's a potential for getting a Mission Day in a town that has just 6 portals. I don't know.
That would be difficult, but kind of like a Woodstock event, right? Where like you pick this tiny town that has 6 portals, and like just everyone comes together.
Yeah,
get this like mob of people for a Mission Day. That would be amazing, but I don't want to organize it.
Challenge accepted. Somebody, not me, but somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what I'd like to do is like get one of those in Huntsville with, I don't know, on a first Saturday and something else, but just to have like almost like we used to do small. I don't even want to call it a con because you're talking 30 people, but like people who listen to like our Team Fortress 2 and Minecraft podcast, we would basically have a big LAN party, and people would come down and we would make like posters and shirts for it, and then we'd all get on our computers. But do that with Ingress instead. In a town, do a Mission Day and have fun and just meet folks. Like, I think that'd be great. So
yeah, you could stay out, like get a hotel and book all the, block off all the rooms and get a convention if
there's a hotel there, right?
Room. Well, that's true. 6 portals.
I mean, we have one here.
They probably have a hotel. Yeah.
If we did that, we'd probably do it in Huntsville. So we've got the 6 here. So also, Ingress the animation. I'm still a little confused on this. I'm not getting the answers I want for it. So during the live stream and at Austin, they said it was coming to Netflix globally in 2019. No specific date. So I
thought it was coming sooner than that.
Netflix actually had it on their calendar slated for November 24th, 23rd or 24th.
Yeah.
And so like I turned it on to look and I was like, still not here. Because I totally forgot at the Anomaly they played the first episode. And I thought it was great. The music's awesome. And I love the effects. It's kind of a different animation. Apparently they did the animation in 3D and then converted it to 2D or something like that. So it's kind of a different style, but I thought it was cool. So anyway, hopefully we'll get a date soon. And we'll see. We'll see. As well as the first Saturdays, we'll start getting a badge, and will happen this weekend, right? That'll be the first. And there's one in Indianapolis, Indiana. You can always just drive down there, see Slurms.
Yeah.
There?
No one here knows who Slurms is.
I know. Well, you tweeted that video where I was trying to talk you to Ingress. He's in there.
Okay, so for some backstory, Brent and I, we've done a couple podcasts together before. They were not Ingress related, but we did a general gaming goofball type of podcast. It was called Go Kart Brothers. And our last episode, I was kind of going through the YouTube channels and doing some maintenance, and I noticed our last episode of that show was November 2017. And I started it just to see what we were talking about. And we were talking about Ingress for like the first 15 minutes. And I had only been playing Ingress for like a month. And so I have no idea like what I'm talking about. Like I have no idea what I'm talking about now. And I just like back to then and I'm like, oh my gosh, stop talking. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. It was painful to watch, but it was really kind of fun to watch because just to see like how much you change and grow in a game, and you always like in a game that has depth, you always feel like you don't know anything, Yeah. But when you go back and like watch yourself a year of advancement, you're like, okay, yeah, I didn't know anything then.
Yeah. And it seems to like stay that way. It's like you peel a layer and then you're like, oh yeah, I didn't know what I was talking about there. So that's good. Thanks for schooling me. And I'm finding that every day.
That's what makes Ingress amazing, though, is there's just always more.
It's more.
Anyway.
And did you know that there has already been a Pokemon Go and Niantic crossover?
I did.
Oh, you did?
My Pokemon Go character is wearing my Enlightened t-shirt.
That plus there was a shiny Ponyta. Ponyta.
Sure.
Ponyta. I don't know how to say it. And a shiny Cubone, and they were blue and green shinies, and it was kind of a crossover.
I didn't get any of those. I got my t-shirt.
I got my t-shirts. Now,
the awkward thing is, I'm Valor in Pokemon Go, and so like I'm wearing red sneakers and the green t-shirt. I look like I'm ready for Christmas.
See, I'm whatever the blue one is.
Mystic, I think.
And I'm wearing yellow and black, so I'm fronting the Go Kart Brothers colors.
Oh, you are, yeah.
And then I'm wearing an Enlightened t-shirt. So.
That is a mess.
Right?
That's a mess.
Right. Well, that's when Harry Potter not Harry Potter Go, Wizards Unite comes
Harry
out.
Potter Go, yeah.
Like, I'm still not really sure which house I'm going to be. Like,
Hufflepuff!
I'm supposed to be...
Hufflepuff.
Pottermore says Ravenclaw.
Oh, you're Ravenclaw then. Whatever Pottermore says, that's what you are.
Well, I can go back and change it. I mean, there's some way to...
No, you can't. It's
like
who you are.
And my daughter, I think, likes Ravenclaw now, though. She used to like Slytherin. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be Ravenclaw. But I just got a lot of green stuff around. Like...
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah. Yeah, Hufflepuff's yellow, so just I'll be yellow. For that game.
Yeah, start wearing Go Kart Brothers stuff.
Yeah.
Go with it. Also, battery draining issues you may be having in Prime. They're working on it. So
What?
hopefully that will possibly be something in the performance improvements Andrew Krug mentioned.
I literally keep my phone on a charger at all times.
Right?
In my car, it's plugged in. Like it's on. It's completely getting charged constantly. But
yeah,
it's just necessary right now.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, I did that with the scanner. I mean with the old scanner too. Like it's just I don't like being at zero.
No, that's a bad thing.
No feeling like that. It's like it gets scary. Like what's gonna happen? And I've lived in days when I didn't even have a phone.
And it was fine, and no one cared, and you were okay, and no one could get a hold of you, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Go on road trips, and people don't have any ability to get a hold of you for 4 hours, and it's fine. But now it's insane.
Right? And no one can really get a hold of me on my phone either. I don't really use it as a phone. Who needs a phone? Those are just things. Also, Intel Map is old, and they are thinking internally about updates. These are some of the stuff is from questions people were asking during the live stream. Someone asked about Latin America, if there was more stuff happening down there, and they said they're definitely investing more time and money into Latin America things for all their games. Someone asked about being able to distinguish between portals, like visited, being hacked, that sort of stuff. And they basically said they need to upgrade the back end before a lot of the new changes can happen. They've basically done the front end, but now they need to do their servers and the back end. And I assume that's going to be a feature in there just because it's already in Pokemon Go. So they're talking about a lot of shared features between all their different apps, taking advantage of the technology. So that will probably be coming at some point. And they said to please continue submitting feedback because they are doing stuff with that. Right? It's good stuff.
Right, it's good. Good stuff.
We talked about First Saturdays. I don't know.
We did.
That's a thing. It's going to be a badge now, a tiered badge you can get. So go to them. Also, double AP. There'll be portals there you can hack. I think I think you've got to hack it at the beginning and then maybe take a photograph at the end, so you show that you were there the whole time for the event. So that'll be cool. Can't wait to see the badge for that. Can't wait to get the badge. I believe to get an Onyx FS, if I remember the numbers right, it's 36. So you'd have to go to one every month for 3 years to get your Onyx. Good luck on that one. Yeah, and then double AP for the year 6.
That happened.
Yeah, if you missed that, I'm sorry because it was awesome.
Terrible.
It was double AP.
I got what? Their anniversary is terrible. It's during the United States Thanksgiving weekend, which you would think, I have tons of time to go play because I'm not at work. But it's not because your family and friends, you fill up all of it with the stuff that is traditionally stuff that you do. And then, I can't go out because I have to be here for the stuff.
Yeah.
So it was more, I got less gaming done. That's why, the one afternoon, I just told my husband, I'm going out. He's like, okay. That's fine. Have fun.
Quit hitting me. Just go.
I'll make you a Turkey Friday.
I think it's one of those, for some people it's good and some people it's bad. And
yeah, and that's just how life is. Of course, I'm complaining because it wasn't convenient for me, but it's always going to be, that's life. Sometimes
I think you should leave that feedback. They may change it next year.
Yeah.
They'll call you and see what your schedule's like.
Go back in time and launch your game a week before. And that'll be your anniversary. And that'll help me out a lot.
See?
Yeah, that's a simple request. That and fix Prime.
Go
back in time.
Just fix it.
And then fix Prime. Fix it. That's my feedback. Fix it. It's real helpful. real helpful. Go ahead.
So year 6 was double AP, 2 8s, 2 7s, 4 mods, and hacking time was reduced to 3 minutes, I believe. So Dragons for Lunch got 4.25 million AP in 10 days. I don't know if that was during the event or not. Well, apparently, have you heard of AP engines?
No.
So,
it's an AP engine.
It's a way to set up portals where you can basically throw double fields and then, and I believe it's like 12 or it depends on how many portals you use, but you like line up the portals and then you have your anchors and you can basically make double fields and then just drop one anchor and, throw it again. So you just have to flip it. So, it takes, an hour to flip it and stuff. So you got to farm a lot of keys.
You just need depending on your side, you need a Jarvis and or an ADA and then flip it.
And the thing is on that. Well, you flip it so you drop the field, the main field, so then you can rethrow it. But you actually have multiple portals at that anchor so that you can go between them, so you don't have any downtime as you're flipping them and doing stuff. And so people are able to use these AP engines to get tons of AP, like insanely quick.
That's smart. That's a smart use of some ADA and Jarvis right there.
Yeah, the thing with
my spiteful drive-by usage.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it takes a lot of S-Bulls, some soft banks.
Yeah.
And it also takes a lot of Jarvis or the other ones, ADAs. So it's really like community almost has to step in and help out because you also have to have a ton of keys. And we'll link to a story of a gent who I think did he get to 16 doing this in like a weekend or something crazy?
That is insane. And I want to see a video of it.
There's some pics. I haven't seen a video, but and then
a YouTube special.
And then you have this dream like I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna get to 16, and then it's like that's a lot of farming keys. Like, when you need like 1,000 keys or something, it's like I don't have inventory for that. I just submitted a bunch of passcodes. So it takes making friends, I guess.
Yeah.
You know how good I am at that.
Go to events like Mr. Goonie guy.
And talk to people, though. I need to talk to more people. Oh, man. Okay, so, yeah, I guess that's all the news I can think of.
You did good. You thought of a lot of the news, and a lot of news happened, so well done. I applaud you.
I'm sure I missed something, but we'll get to it next week. This week...
Next week's will be new news. The new news next week.
Right? So I guess we just have one question.
Okay.
What's in the capsule? 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 What's in the capsule?
Oh man, there's nothing in the capsule. It's all over the floor.
It's all over.
It all exploded. Let's pick up these pieces and see what was in the capsule.
And our Arctic Rebel clarified it was 16 in 10 days.
That's impressive.
Post. Yeah.
And I say it with that smug voice because I'm jealous. I'm super, super jealous.
I'm like, I only need one level. I don't need all 16. Just need one.
I want to pass you. I won't lap you, but I'll pass you.
Why are you going to do
that?
It's so
It'd
mean.
just be fun, because, you were playing, so long before me. You go to all these events. It would be so fun to pass you. Isn't that mean? Oh, hi, Brent. I'm Agent Zelly I'm mean. Maybe you didn't know that.
And I'm level 16. What are you again? I'm 15. Maybe next year during the Year 7 event, I'll get 16. I'll just have to drive up and see Arctic more. Just every week, just drive up to Memphis and get my $500,000 And then I can, do that in 6 months. I think I got about 2 point something million during the event.
That's awesome.
So that's doable to get $1 million a month. So by next,
I think I got 1.5-ish. Oh, nothing major. Well, it's only one day.
I hate you, big town people. That's so crazy.
I
One day.
I went to like 2 little towns. I went to Trenton and Gibraltar. It's like, but there was so much blue. I was just blowing up fields.
That's what I need, blue. So that was one cool thing. I didn't mention that at the Anomaly, and I'm going to try to pull it up here while I'm talking in the background. In the Anomaly, they actually gave double AP, for people on the ground there, but you didn't get it at the time. You got it later, and they actually sent an email that told how much AP you got, and then they just add it, to your scanner and your account. But the cool thing was they told you what place, like how you did basically in the whole Anomaly. So out of all the people there, how do you think I ranked?
You were number 4.
Oh God! Why? Don't you hate it when people do that? You know what I mean? You're like, man, I got this great deal on this car. I just bought me a new car. What do you think I paid for it? $20?
$1.
No, you son of a bitch!
Did you just call me a son of a?
No. The fictitious person who was telling me about the car. Kinda did.
I think you were number 1007. That's still not good.
See, that's the other way.
Okay.
I was, let's see. I gained 131,000 AP during the Anomaly and placed 81 among
out of all the people
agents in the city. So
that's
out of
amazing.
both sides.
You're in the top 100.
So
that's
in the
fantastic.
top 100. I was in the 85th percentile for people who like percentages. I only hacked 48 different portals, though, which put me at 256.
Got some uniques.
All the agents. So I was in the 52nd percentile.
Yeah.
So does that mean does that mean there was 500 people there, roughly? If 250 is basically 50%.
Oh, don't math me. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm responding to our Twitch chat. I don't know. I didn't hear you.
Okay. Well, that's good. Someone needs to. The also cool thing was, I don't know if you've noticed, but the emails are now a new Ingress Prime themed email template. They're different. You'll have to check out your email to see it. But yeah, that was that. So, in your capsule, besides Fix Prime, what do you have?
I want a friend list. I haven't looked at Like, I'm only level 23. I just hit 23 in Pokemon Go. And back when I played a lot, they didn't have friend lists. Now they got friend lists, and you can send gifts and stuff. I want to send gifts.
In Ingress?
Yeah.
Send gifts. Maybe send...
You can send little bits of gifts and stuff. Like, why not? If you can do it in Pokemon Go, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Some portal keys. Oh, because, like, when you do it in Pokemon Go, like, you get, like, from this location, greetings from blah, you know, and it's the location. I want to send the portal key and, like, maybe, like, a resonator or two or something. You know, like, how you get, like, little Pokemon balls and stuff. Like,
what if it was
for those
piece
of
the key?
No, that's... And then, like, you have to send them, like, 10 of them?
Or
them,
from
like,
10 other agents? Like 10 different agents?
No, that's just... No, because there's already an inventory issue, and no one's going to save all these pieces.
Well, what if they stack?
No.
Stack. And don't count.
I say no. No.
The only reason I say that is because...
It's only one key. I'm I'm not saying like you're sending them like 20 keys. Like they only have one key. Like they can't like master, you know.
I guess if it's like Pokemon Go and you can only send one key a day,
yeah,
that might not be too bad. But there are situations. I'm trying to think of there's situations where it's like, you know, to get a key from, you know, say Japan to here, like someone's going to have to like bring that mother over here.
Yeah, no, it is totally different because in Pokemon Go you don't have to connect gyms or Pokestops, so it is a completely different gameplay. I'm being ridiculous, but I would take it.
I'm not saying you're being ridiculous. I'm just working out of my head. Like it might save some effort.
Situation. It would save a lot of effort, but it would also kind of change the game so much that like you would have to take past achievements that you hear about in games and be like, yeah, but they did that before key sharing, you know, key friending was possible.
Yeah.
Like, and that would be one of those like they did it back then type of like historic elements to the game. But
they did it before they had phones.
I want a friend list.
Friend list. That's okay.
That's
I like friend list.
Not a big deal.
Agent friends list.
I leave it to Niantic to decide what's fair about what we can send each other.
Or, you know, send us your ideas of what you think should be able to be sent.
Through friend list?
Through friend lists.
Yeah. Well, like Words with Friends, you can send private messages, and like we can't even do that in Ingress because like people see everything.
Though you can but text people in comms, and it's very embarrassing sometimes.
We have an inside joke with our one of our agents where I work. His agent name is Hank, and Winky Christmas was his butt texted the community, and it was just a winky face and a Christmas tree. So whenever we're just whenever we're just like screwing around, it's Winky Christmas.
It's like the Yo app thing going on. I don't even know what that is still.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So someone will tell me now. I'll tell you next week.
Okay.
And it's a thing, but I didn't want to research it. I was like, I'm getting too old for some stuff, I think. Arctic's going to school us. He knows what it is. He likes it. Anyway, so yeah, friends list. I like that. And all I was thinking of was like during Intel Ops, they had some dead drops. Now, I thought it might be cool to have like some sort of dead drops in the game.
Like through a friends list?
Yeah, definitely through a friends list. So you could drop them that key that you couldn't just send to just
capsule full of gear. Here you go.
But I like maybe you could attach some sort of media, but see, it'd have to be kind of approved. Something, but like you could attach it to portals or something, but maybe out in the middle of nowhere, maybe it's a building block to be able to kind of make our own games within Ingress itself. Like, so we could do our own scavenger hunts or something, or leave messages or something.
Kind of like geocaching.
Yeah. That'd be
like
one
leave
way to do it.
little treasures for people to find.
Yeah, it's spam. I can spam you with agentacademypodcast.com in dead drops all over the world. But I'd have to buy a packet of dead drops that then I could do.
And they wouldn't get cleaned up?
No, they would stay there until someone picked them up. And then the question is, could they then use it after they took whatever out of it to replace it somewhere else? Or does the envelope destroy? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, possible style. Because otherwise, there's going to be so much out there. Because you're going to have people buying those for commercial reasons, spamming their garbage all over the game, and then the servers make it bogged down, like keeping track of all that stuff.
It'd be like capsules.
Yeah.
Like
how many capsules do you
have? Normal ones, I have 10 right now, and that's too many.
Yeah, I have 16, and I'm like, do I delete 6 of them? Because like I kind of feel like 10's the right number.
Yeah.
to keep.
Well, it's like that. You never know if you just hit that spot where it's like, oh, you happen to give a lot of stuff out to people. And like the going thing is just like, do you want your capsule back? No, keep it. But then it's like sucks when you get down to like 2 and you like give one away and they're like, do you want your capsule? And you're like, yeah, can you drop it for me? I just probably need at least one.
Drop it right there.
So, but it happens.
Yeah.
So that's stuff. So anyway.
What's in the capsule from other folks?
We've got one here from a gent that I met in Austin, Danielle.
What?
Actually, how about you read it? Because I want you to read the name.
Danielle Ashkavran.
See, I said it right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't meet you though. Like.
Well, that's his
You should
agent
have it
name.
right. Okay. Hello from England. 2 suggestions for you. Firstly, highlighting any portal in your scanner that is unique for you, either hack or capture or both. Maybe colored rings around the base of the portal. Secondly, use the media drop function as a way of encouraging regular play. Maybe a new badge for the number of media hacked, and also a very rare chance of special character cards. Perhaps for retired characters like Kodama, Clue, Susanna Moyer, or Stella Victory? Am I saying? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got that. They would need to be separate from the anomaly character cards, and maybe you would need to collect a few to be able to redeem as a character badge. At the moment, the media function is pretty much ignored because it's useless. Yes, I agree. And he didn't say that I said that. That was me, kind of inserting. Sorry. Going back to it. Hope you find those interesting. Love the podcast and hope to see you in Austin, Simon.
And it was great seeing you, Simon. So thanks for sending that in. And
I like the idea of like simple colored rings to kind of have as an indicator for, unique or hack or capture type of indicators.
Yeah,
I like that.
I do too. And I like the cards, like having some
Yeah.
sort of like in-game, like almost like collectible. Like, what if they? Now this is going down the road because like Fix Prime hashtag. I think he started a hashtag there. But like down the road, like how cool would it be to have like a TCG that you could play in the game with the cards you get or something like that? Is that too far? That may be too far.
And you can trade them on your friends list.
Yeah. And then try to get an entire deck to, and maybe if you got the entire deck, you could then trade it in for a real physical version of the
They could
new
sell-
Ingress, the TCG.
Oh, they could sell like a real card deck on their store and people could play it and get together, and then you could have tournaments at events.
Yeah. Well, and
Anyway, sorry.
that's
Or
also
just do it Hearthstone stuff.
yeah, like that's something that I would like to do is make like a TCG for the Academy. Because like people go to anomalies and other events and they see people and they go out and have a good time. But how cool would it be to be able to like, hey, let's pull out the Agent Academy TCG decks and play some card games that's like, I guess it couldn't use like Ingress things.
No,
you have to
it
avoid
should have to
copyright
use
stuff, but
Interesting, because that's the whole point. I think you would want to use all the characters, and stuff, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't have the rights to do it.
yeah,
but-
so you could do it in a
Yeah.
side. But
Yeah.
then people could make like decks that kind of went with their own local communities that fit in too, so they could have like their pack, and then people could like. I think it'd be cool is if you then could make your bio card one of these cards that fit into the game, and you just have like some certain stats that they could choose from. Like when you build a D&D character, and it's like, well, you can have either 16 strength or this or that, so it's all balanced as long as you follow the rules.
Yeah.
And then if it's balanced, you can use it in your deck, or you can trade it to other people, and they can use it in their decks. And then all suddenly, you're playing this TCG with other agents, like in your
With
deck.
Yeah, and they're like real cards in the game, and that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. That's
Like,
a
I
good
think that'd
idea.
be-
You're a genius. You're a genius.
Mwah! Crazy, insane,
But
mad.
all of that intel is owned, by Niantic, not by you. So
Yeah. So, I'll be glad to work with you. Anyway, so cool ideas.
I do love that idea. That's an amazing idea. I like it. Yeah. Anyway, what other ideas do you have?
We have one from Dewey J. We haven't heard from him in a while, but I think it's because we haven't done the show in a while. But anyway,
What?
It says, why not add key filters? Add filters to the keys you own to find those in a desired state. Common filters I would like to see: all keys that I have that are fully deployed and blue or green, whatever your faction is. Fully deployed other faction. Within X kilometers of a portal of my choosing, all portals that are linked, portals that are not modded, portals that have 8 outgoing links, portals with less than 15% charge on all resonators, and the list goes on. Probably something to put in the intel map and not in the scanner? ? Thanks, guys. Got to go figure out what else in Prime is not working or hiding in a different spot. So
I do like that idea. It's very frustrating sometimes. I just want to go through and find the keys that are like in most dire need of healing, or they've got. I want to sort like which ones have fields on them. I want to charge those first, or something like that. The filter, they already have filters built into the scanner. Just adding a few more in, seems to be like the next step.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
there's, like you said, there's things. There's always obvious things to work on, but yeah, the ideas shouldn't have to stop just because of things. So
yeah, and I would like to be able to click on a portal, and because this kind of fits with that, and see all the the portals that I had keys that could link to that portal. Like, you can do that if you're at the portal already, just by clicking on it and clicking link. But if you're not there, it'd be nice to see if you had all those without having to actually figure it out or something. But yeah, I think I just confused myself, so I'm going to stop there with that one. Good idea. Everyone, send in ideas. You can send in ideas, and you can send audio ideas in too. Just go to agentacademypodcast.com. There's links for all that. Submit what's in the capsule. Post comments on the shows. We're actually going to try to do a show of just comments from all the videos and stuff, because we've missed a few of those over the past few weeks, and we need we want to try to have shows every week, even when we're out doing anomalies and stuff. So we're thinking about doing like a show of just like those kind of questions and stuff, so that we can like play that on the week when we may not be here. So let us know what you think about that. And that leads me to this. Comms. And that's from JBJ Blaze, who wants someone to bumper battle him. That was his bumper he made. So thanks for sending that in, and I finally got it. And we have one here from Twitter. So these are comms that we get from YouTube, Telegram, Twitter, call-ins, things like that. So Jetstorm, you want to read this one?
Sure. Ingress Prime is flashy and great looking, but are there new gameplay features coming? Maybe something like Adventure Seek, or a depleted XM capsule that must be walked to open and to get exclusive gear.
It's almost like a combination of comms and what's in the capsule all together.
A little bit. Some ideas, some questions, yeah.
I wonder if we should just combine those two segments.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe.
you could say it's kind of a gray area as to which belongs where, but...
Ideas for the
but it's
games,
fine.
or just comments on the... It started off as a comment, though.
Yeah.
So, Props to that. And I think a lot of that stuff, gameplay features, yeah, they're going to be adding new stuff. It comes down to they need to get the current main features there, like submitting portals and the scoreboard in there. And
Scoreboard.
and the
It's a
back end.
game. We're playing a game and we don't know the score. Like, the score of the game is unavailable to me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's painful. Well, you can see it on the front page. Just not the local score, right? But that's
Local score, because the global score is depressing.
when you go, all I need to do is get, like 50 million MU today, and I can win this
but,
for
like,
us.
it was also fun seeing, like, your little local scoreboard, and you see your friends on there and stuff like that. Like, anyway, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. It's fine. I know it's coming.
It's coming.
I will
But
not-
it is
I
like,
will not redact.
can you imagine going to a football game and, like, people are scoring touchdowns, and you, like, look up and you're like,
Scoreboard's
there's no
broken,
scoreboard.
guys. Well, we're working on it.
We'll figure it out. Figure it out later.
We'll figure it out post.
We've got a redacted football field over there. It's got the scoreboards over there. No, that's just team.
You gotta go to the Pee Wee League football
But yeah,
field to check
they're-
the score.
Oh man. But yeah, they're working on that. It'll all get in there eventually.
I know.
And then they'll add new features, and there's already some new features, kind of, but yeah, it's coming. Same with the anime. Man, I hope they're not waiting till they kill Redacted to play the anime.
Why? Is it a feature in the anime?
No, I'm just like, I'm ready for the anime,
Yeah.
and I don't want to
I was
wait.
kind of hoping to, sit in my jammies over, the Thanksgiving weekend and watch it, but whatever.
Speaking of jammies, I wasn't even going to show these, but since you said
Jammies.
jammies, so we get Christmas PJs, and so this
What?
year
What'd you say?
we get Christmas PJs for the fan.
Oh, okay.
I think she thought I said something else. I don't even want to know. So you want to see this year's?
Yes.
I got them
I
in today.
didn't want to see it before, but no, I do. I like it.
Should I
Is
put
it a
up?
onesie?
It's a onesie.
Does it have footsies?
It has footsies.
Oh, footsies!
Footsies.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you.
So we all
The
four have them.
comfort,
They're so
comfort
soft.
level, cool experience. This is just amazing.
So soft.
You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna miss hacking because you're gonna put those on and you're not gonna leave your house and you're gonna miss your hacking streak. Those are not pajamas.
Okay. So anyway, I don't know where that. Oh, because you said pajamas.
Pajamas.
Said
You
something
went.
about pajamas.
You went. Yeah. You went off.
So
That's all right.
anyway,
Back and we're back.
and
Ingress, ladies
and
gentlemen.
scene. Okay, I've got a bad wire. That's what it is. I'll have it fixed for next
That
show.
scared me. Yeah.
Right? It's just like a creepy episode. Can't do
Yeah.
it.
This is a Halloween episode, sir.
No, we'll have to do a Christmas episode of some sort, right?
Yes.
Maybe sing some. We'll start working on
Agent
Ingress
Soho.
Christmas carols.
Yeah, and Goonie Guy can work on some sort of Ingressy Christmas carols for us.
Yeah. I was already working on a Taylor Swift. All You See Is Green. Anyway. But so we got a couple links. I guess the Year 6 live stream we talked about. We'll put that in the show notes. As well as, have you gone to the ai.ingress.com yet and played with that?
Yes. I did. That was one of the things I wanted to talk about. You like talk to and you answer questions, and they're insane, and and then they
Crazy,
I don't know, and then they're done with
insane.
you. They're super insane, like when they respond to you.
I was nuts for the woman. Yeah, I went there and I stopped because I was looking at a different video, and so I didn't want to play the video yet. And then I totally squirrel. And
On the AI?
I never went back to it, so I've got to go look at it again
Yeah.
because I want to answer
get,
questions.
I mean, they might be up to different questions now, but when I went, they were like to ask you like if you had a favorite color, but then they would start to ask you like, in 5 words, what is reality, and like so it was like super.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So, but you're supposed
to
to answer like green, and then all the like enlightened.
Oh
and
yeah.
all that stuff.
But then like it's not.
You gotta train them.
Yeah, it's like it. Because I went in like multiple times. See, I did the opposite. I went in multiple times and gave like different answers.
Oh God!
I wanted to see how it would respond. So.
Well, because they're supposed to be training new players, so now some player's going to come in there as enlightened, and they're going to be like, favorite color's purple.
No, I didn't. Well, no, I didn't. It's well, okay. I got kind of smarty pantsy because it said, "Do you have a favorite color?" So I said, "Yes."
I do. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
Okay, so that works.
Yeah.
Did it call you a smartass to your face, or? Well, I just keep logging in as the other faction and just putting some really weird answers.
Do you have a favorite color? Peanut butter.
Kill babies!
Oh my gosh!
They're going to get some messed up stuff when they train. No. I didn't really, but...
You want to hear something interesting?
Yes.
It would say,
Please.
What's your name? And I would say, if I put in my real name, if I put in Shannon, it would say, hello, Shannon. But if I put in Zelly Belly, it would say, I will just call you Agent.
Oh, that's
Isn't that weird? It is weird.
And
Test it out.
Did
like,
it know that it was your agent name? Or...
I don't know. But if I put in Shannon, it would say, hello, Shannon, and like keep going. But if I put in Zelly Belly, it would say, I will just call you Agent.
Huh.
And I did that multiple times to see if it switched. And it was always, if I used my real name, it would say, hello, Shannon. And then if it was Zelly Belly, it would say, I will just call you Agent.
So what would happen if you put in some other different name?
I don't know. Like, I think that's one thing. Like, maybe our listeners can let us know what results they get with that. But anyway. It's a super interesting concept that they're working with there. And I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah. That'll be fun. We'll see. And the AP engine. So we'll link to the G Plus article about that, about the AP engine. So you can see, and there's a good image of how to actually set one up, like how you would do the portals. Because basically you're trying to keep a bunch of fields up that stay up, even though you drop the one side. So then when you make those fields, it actually makes 2 fields each time for everyone. So that's the tricky part about it. And it was kind of confusing at first until you, like, look at it.
I'm going to look at it.
Gonna look
curious.
at it.
I have nowhere near the amount of gear that is necessary, but I want to look at it.
I guess I could, well, you have another year till the next double AP.
I would take single AP with that much AP, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
All right, what else we got?
That's all media acquired. I feel like there was another link that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot about it. So, we're just going to. I can't play bumpers right now. We're just going to give a code and then leave.
Okay. We could always edit to the show notes for our next episode.
Yeah. The next episode, episode 40, the big 4-0. Can you believe we've been doing this show for 40 some odd weeks, which is probably like 50 years with how we've been missing.
It does not feel like I've been here for 40 episodes.
No, it doesn't. It's weird. It's
No,
odd.
it doesn't.
But then again, it feels like you have. It feels like just like we've been talking for a long, long time together.
Maybe.
In good ways. But that was another show. Anyway, so achievement code. You can go to agentacademypodcast.com. Join the club. I'm not saying you're a joiner. My wife isn't a joiner. She hates anything she has to join.
That's not selling this.
It isn't. That's why I'm saying just go there. You'll get a badge. You like badges, medals, whatever you want to call it. It's on the website. Find the episode 39, and it's already there if you know how to find the achievements. And put in this code.
Oh, can I say it?
AAFUGMUAA. And then you will get a badge for episode 39 of the Agent Academy podcast. And then you collect other badges for doing other stuff on the site, as well as off the site. And
I'm so random about collecting badges on the site. I have to like go back and listen to episodes I've been on to go back and put in the badges.
just look in the show notes. They're all there for you.
Oh, okay.
We did that for you.
I can cheat sheet it. Okay,
Yes.
that's good.
Yes. JBJ Blaze has already gotten his. It's supposed to be triggering other badges, so I set it up, but I don't think it's working, and it's kind of annoying me. Where, like, say if you get 5 of the episode podcast, you're supposed to get a tiered badge for listening to our podcast, and then when
I
you
like
listen
that.
to like 40, you should get the next tier or whatever. But it wasn't working for some reason, so I'm really angry. God.
Brent's never been angry in his life. He doesn't know what it's like.
They gave these out for free at the Anomaly.
He's so angry. Ooh, look at this.
Shiny things. I need
Yeah.
my medicine.
That's awesome.
They're back, so the world
I like
around you is not what it seems. 2018.
I like that. I like the whole look of it.
And there was a dead chipmunk in mine. I don't know why. I think he was
No,
trying to
there
say
wasn't.
something.
No, there wasn't.
So, but
Say
I
there
thought
wasn't.
There wasn't.
Okay. No, there wasn't.
It was bad. Anyway, so that's it. I just hate leaving. I hate leaving the
Oh, I hate
house,
saying
so-
goodbye. Oh, I'm gonna miss you. I miss you so much.
So we don't have an exit bumper. They're not working right anyway. So just everyone get out there and move.
Woo!
Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys
Come back next week.
and gals and whatever you identify as.
And dead chipmunks.
There was not a dead chipmunk,
There wasn't.
was there? Was there?
No.
What did you do that to me?